Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we're talking about a condition impacting millions of families, type 2 diabetes, and how you, in your relationship, can help your significant other. We're not talking about only medical. We're talking about mental, spiritual, and behavioral. Because managing diabetes isn't just about food. It's about poise. It's about self-control. I'm Shirley Farrar. Welcome to the space. Poise or self-control is how we carry ourselves under pressure. And when it comes to chronic disease, your daily decisions, they do matter. It is important that we talk about what exactly is type 2 diabetes. Well, I like to sum it up in its simplest terms because I am not a doctor. Type 2 diabetes happens when your body becomes resistant to insulin and blood sugar levels stay consistently high. Over 37 million Americans have diabetes, and about 90 to 95% of cases are type 2. 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. Did you know that uncontrolled diabetes can lead to a few things? Things like heart disease, kidney damage, vision loss, and even nerve damage. This is why awareness and action is critical. So let's talk about something not often discussed: poise, self-control. We could also identify this as emotional intelligence. Poise, emotional intelligence, self-control, it all matters. We also have to add emotional balance, possibly calm decision-making under pressure. It is absolute that diabetes requires daily poise or self-control. Things like saying no to cravings that hit all the time. How many of you, this is something you deal with all the time? Staying consistent when results are slow. You're working at what the doctor has told you, and somehow your numbers are slowly moving, but at least they're moving. Choosing discipline over convenience is very important. In the scriptures in Proverbs 25:28, it says, "Whoever has no rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down without walls." Without poise, without self-control, habits collapse. Without poise, self-control, structure is rebuilt. I'd like to share or reiterate a few facts you already know. I'm just here to encourage you about how to take control back. Number 1, first, nutrition. Reduce sugar and refined carbs. We've heard it before. Increase fiber, like vegetables and whole grains. Balance meals with protein and healthy fats. You may need to prep your food each week to provide assistance in staying faithful. Second, it's important to move. We've been talking about this. even in other chronic diseases that we're discussing. Let's aim for 150 minutes per week of movement. Let's try walking after meals. It helps to regulate blood sugar. And incorporate strength training to improve insulin sensitivity. Right after this podcast creation, I will be going back to the gym. I had to take a few weeks off because I had gotten sick. And that is important to take care of yourself. Like we say, self-care. And now it's time to get back in the gym. And third, regular monitoring. Getting back to regularly checking your blood sugar. How about maintaining your A1C testing every 3 to 6 months? Time to make that call. And then fourth, mindset. It's really important to have the understanding that it takes time. Progress is better than perfection, as well as consistency over intensity. So how does poise or self-control show up daily? I'm glad you asked. Let's make this real to everyone out there. Poise or self-control looks like this. Today, when you're about to have your next meal, choose water over soda. And how about stopping when you're full? When you're full, stop eating. And planning meals, as I stated earlier, instead of reacting emotionally. Managing stress without turning to food. That's one of my big things. I have to learn to do that, and I'm still learning. 2 Timothy 1:7, it says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." I want you to emphasize a sound mind. A sound mind means disciplined decisions, self-control. You don't have to be perfect. You have to be consistent. I know there are some that walk in silos, and I understand that. I've been there. But others, like myself, we all need help. And this is an area that no one should have to walk alone. So families, spouses, here is what support looks like. And I know you know, but remember, I'm here to encourage you. Cooking healthy meals together sounds like fun. So finding recipes that you can have fun making together. If you have children, incorporate them. All my children are out of the house, but I do have dogs, so they're running around when we're preparing meals. Exercising together. It's good to have a little competition going on. Or how about, for us ladies, buying matching outfits? All right. And also encouraging, not policing. I must say that, not policing. No one wants to be controlled. Encouragement is a different love language. So I encourage you to read Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages, on affirmation. It's important to try to learn your significant other's triggers and work on the supportive language and supportive change. A household that moves together tend to heal together. In the scriptures in 3 John 1:2, It says, beloved. There are some interpretations that say, dear friend. So you know that this means a lot. This is an intimate relationship between who? Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. God is telling us He wants us to be able to get the understanding, the education, the information that we can grow and have self-control. Health is aligned with God's desire for your life. And in 1 Corinthians 9:27, it says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that it by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. That's poise. That's self-control in action. And remember, if I want to be credible to you, I must also apply the same instructions. I'm about to finish for today, but I want to say type 2 diabetes is serious. It's a chronic disease, but it is manageable and in many cases preventable. I hope that my faith-based people who are still waiting on your healing in this area, that you are standing on Isaiah 53:4-5. It is a truth that with knowledge, discipline, support, and faith, you can break cycles. You can build new habits. And with a little bit of support, you can walk in strength, one decision at a time. Managing type 2 diabetes isn't just about medicine. It's about poise, self-control, purpose, and daily obedience to what's best for your body. Well, I'm Shirley Farrar, and this has been Encouragement on Fire. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.